It's been almost 2 decades since Hugh Jackman donned the black hat and trench coat to play the lead role of Van Helsing in the movie of the same name. Unfortunately, the film has been largely forgotten over the years, despite the popularity of other monster-themed movies and TV shows like Penny Dreadful and Hotel Transylvania. This is probably due to the fact that the movie was not well received by critics when it was released. However, what's interesting about the film is that it follows the same formula as Stephen Sommers' other movies, The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, by focusing more on action-adventure than horror, while still paying homage to the classic Universal monsters. Nowadays, it's almost a requirement for action movies to have some comedic elements, and this particular film would definitely thrive in today's entertainment industry. Who knows? If it were released now, it could even lead to a few sequels and a spin-off on Peacock. While not every action movie or franchise that tries to replicate the Marvel formula of success succeeds, Van Helsing's devoted fanbase and unique approach to classic monster tales make it stand out. It's time to acknowledge that Van Helsing is a brilliant gothic horror action movie that deserves a second look. From the get-go, Sommers makes it crystal clear that the Van Helsing in the movie is a whole different breed from the one in Bram Stoker's famous novel. Meet Gabriel Van Helsing, a man who seems to have existed for ages, cursed to battle the forces of darkness for all eternity without any recollection of his past. While Dracula's nemesis, Dr. Abraham Van Helsing, is a scholarly scientist and skilled vampire slayer, our Gabriel Van Helsing is an immortal action hero who fearlessly takes on vampires, werewolves, and even the likes of Mr. Hyde using a badass mechanized crossbow. When compared to other character updates, this version of Van Helsing definitely stands out as one seriously cool dude. The Dracula novel delves into the backstory of the righteous Roman Catholic professor who takes on the powerful vampire, shedding light on his character. On the other hand, Van Helsing's perspective offers limited insight, only highlighting his agility and skill in battling supernatural foes. Moreover, the casting of a youthful Hugh Jackman, instead of someone like Anthony Hopkins, adds to the allure of this charismatic vampire hunter. The film breaks free from the constraints of the original Dracula novel by introducing a fresh take on the traditional character. This allows the story to venture into uncharted territory and take our Van Helsing on a brand new journey of self-discovery. Along this path, he finds himself facing off against the notorious Count, with whom he shares a long and mysterious history. Some even speculate that Van Helsing may be the Archangel Gabriel in human form. Given Jackman's previous success as an action hero with 𝐬𝐴𝐺, it's clear that this intriguing backstory could have easily supported several more blockbuster films. Van Helsing may be the star of the show, but there's so much more to this film than just him. The intricate set designs and diverse cast of characters, towns, and organizations that make up the world of Van Helsing add a layer of charm and mystery that often goes overlooked. One standout addition is the Holy Order, a clandestine group based in the Vatican whose mission is to safeguard humanity from the supernatural. It's a unique twist on the popular trope of secret societies, and adds an intriguing element to the film's 19th century setting. The Van Helsing mythos has been expanded beyond the Holy Order with the introduction of characters like Dr. Victor Frankenstein and his monster, as well as the Valerious family led by Kate Beckinsale. The interaction between old and new characters adds an element of unpredictability to the film, emphasizing the endless possibilities within the world of Van Helsing. Even Dracula's castle is portrayed as an otherworldly fortress, deviating from the traditional interpretation. Van Helsing had big plans to expand his world. He not only created a video game and an anime prequel, but also a comic book where he battled an invisible monster and the infamous Dr. Moreau. Unlike Universal's failed Dark Universe, Van Helsing had a clear vision from the start. He wanted to bring together all the classic monster properties into one universe. If the film had been a hit, we might have even seen a crossover with The Mummy, especially since Stephen Sommers was involved in both projects. When it comes to monsters, the most interesting ones are those who fight against their own instincts and strive for a better life. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein highlights this point, which is also evident in this film's portrayal of the monster. However, Van Helsing takes it a step further by giving depth to the werewolf characters, including the main protagonist who battles with his own curse. The desire for a life beyond their monstrous existence is not limited to just the good monsters in the film. Dracula and his brides are also seeking to create a family, using Dr. Frankenstein's scientific knowledge to bring their stillborn offspring to life. Despite their villainous nature, the audience can feel the heartbreak of these monsters when their initial attempts fail, resulting in the death of thousands of their children. While we may not root for Dracula to succeed, his motives as a protective father add complexity and intrigue to the story. It's not necessary for all monster movies to have a villain that we sympathize with. Count Dracula, for instance, is clearly the antagonist in the original novel and isn't portrayed as a sympathetic character. On the other hand, Frankenstein's monster is often depicted as a misunderstood hero. Nevertheless, the monsters in Van Helsing add an extra layer of depth to the story, making the film more captivating, particularly when we take into account the moral dilemma faced by the young friar Karl regarding the fate of Frankenstein's monster. Unlike Terminator Genisys or Joss Whedon's lackluster attempt at Justice League, Van Helsing successfully brings something fresh to the table while staying true to the essence of the franchise. While it's perfectly fine to explore new territories with established characters, it's important to do so with respect and integrity. Van Helsing manages to strike that balance perfectly. Van Helsing didn't follow the usual path of adapting classic monster films like Dracula, Frankenstein, or The Wolfman. Instead, the filmmakers took a different approach while still paying homage to the original stories. They didn't rely on constant references to other monster films or copy what had been done before. Instead, they used the basic tools of the universal classic monsters and created their own unique story. In a world full of uninspired remakes and sequels, Van Helsing dared to be fun and different. Van Helsing breathes new life into classic monster tales by weaving together their legendary creatures and stories with fresh characters, twists, and plots. This film offers a unique and thrilling experience that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Whether you're witnessing the unlikely alliance between Van Helsing and Frankenstein's monster, or delving into the dark secrets of Dracula's vendetta against our beloved vampire hunter, Van Helsing is a refreshing take on timeless literary classics. So, get ready to sharpen your stakes and stock up on garlic, because it's time to give Van Helsing another chance. Thanks for watching. Support incynema by clicking subscribe, like this video, and leave your opinion in the comment section. Bye.